Caraway devotionals. Hope you've been enjoying these, and we got a cool one for you today from a different place. We're out by Lake Norfolk. This is the little feeder. This actually comes off of the fish hatchery where they put the trout into the White River. So really cool place to come trout fishing. Right in this area, you can't fish with barbed hooks. It's like a little place mainly for kids to come fish. But right down, you can't see it, but right down the way there, this actually dumps into the Norfolk River, which ties into the White River. Great for trout fishing. So beautiful place. We're out here today. We wanted to share it with you. And we're talking about it, the new year. And that is just right around the corner. We hope you've had an awesome Christmas, but New Year's coming. And for the new year, Team Caraway is going to be challenging you a little bit. It's always good to challenge. We challenge ourselves, we challenge each other. And one of the things about ministry is that we're to challenge those who God puts us in contact with. So for 2019, we got some challenges coming. We're going to talk about those briefly here in a second. But before we do, I want to talk about some verses. We looked up some verses talking about new and those kinds of things. So Cheryl's going to share a verse with you this week.
That's right. As we were studying, we wanted to have something to encourage you to know that, the last year might not have been what you wanted. There might have been bad times, there might have been some discouragement, but God addresses that in His Word. He's really good about addressing everything that we struggle with, and one of those things is a New Year's resolution and renewing ourselves. So in the Bible, in 2 Corinthians 4:16, it says, "Therefore we do not give up, even though our outer body is being destroyed, our inner person is being renewed day by day." And how is that happening? Is what we want to focus on this year, how to renew ourselves day by day in the Word of God.
It's true that physically we're dying. From the day we're born, we start the death process, the decaying process, and our body starts going away. And when you start getting into your 40s, you start realizing that more and more. Things start hurting more, things don't work like they used to, but it's just part of life. But inside, the spiritual side is never going to die. It's going to live in eternity somewhere. The Bible tells us it's going to live eternity in hell or it's going to live eternity in heaven. And you get to choose that path, and the way that you choose heaven is through Jesus Christ. But there's this process of our body dying every day, just like as we look around. It's so gorgeous out here. But in springtime, this is going to be even more beautiful than it is right now. Right now, we see all the decaying, and the fall has happened. We're now into winter, and there's no leaves hardly around, and everything's dead and falling down. But come springtime, new life's going to come. And that's the way it should be for us thinking about this new year. Spiritually speaking, how are we going to have this new life? Where's this new spring going to be coming from in us? A lot of people make resolutions on weight loss. A lot of people make resolutions on finances. A lot of people make resolutions on all kinds of things that they do. And one thing that I've noticed is that we're pretty weak on keeping those resolutions. We used to live near a jogging trail, and always on the first of the year, that thing was packed for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and sometimes maybe in a month. But after about a month or two, it dwindled down to where there was hardly anybody. So it's good to have those resolutions because we got to keep encouraging ourselves. We got to keep pushing ourselves. Otherwise, we're prone to laziness. We're prone to just so. So that's what we're going to be doing this coming year. But be thinking about spiritual resolutions. What can I do to encourage myself spiritually? Again, we see all kinds of things. I'm already seeing all kinds of things posted on Facebook and on Instagram, and those are awesome. They really are. But I want to encourage you to add to that a spiritual resolution, some kind of spiritual challenge, and hopefully we're going to do that in the month of January. Our devotions are going to be more geared towards those challenges. We're going to challenge you a little bit. So that first verse is that every day physically we're dying, but spiritually we should be renewing ourselves every day, and that's what we want to focus on in 2019. Another verse that we want to share with you is found in Romans 12. Can you read that one?
Yes, Romans 12:2 says, "Do not be conformed to this age, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may discern what is good, pleasing, and perfect will of God."
So also going into 2019, this is one of the verses that we want to talk about and think about and start preparing our minds is that, hey, don't be transformed to the world. And that is so easy to do. It's so easy to get tied up in the world's entertainment, the world's beverages, the world's, you name it. There's so many things that the world has to offer, and honestly, they're appealing to the flesh. So, but being transformed out of that, and a new way of thinking takes discipline. It takes a purpose to say, I'm going to work on being godly. I'm going to work on doing some changes. So we have a couple of things that we're going to be talking about, some topics for 2019 in January. So we're kind of going to theme this month in January habits. Habits, when we think about habits, a lot of times we think those are bad things, and there are bad habits, but there can be good habits too. So we want to talk about a few of those. So Cheryl, tell them the habits that we're going to be focusing on in 2019.
That's right. To set good habits, a lot of times, it's easy to set bad habits for ourselves, but a lot of times, to get good habits, you need accountability. And so we want to be that accountability to you to set some good habits in your spiritual life. So we're going to be talking about, in the month of January, we're going to be talking about the good habits that we need. The first is Bible study, then church, our church membership and our attendance, then prayer, and then serving others with what we have learned.
Absolutely. Great topics, and we hope they will challenge you. We all need those. We have to challenge ourselves. Just because we're in ministry doesn't mean we got it all figured out. Doesn't mean that we have it down. We have to constantly challenge ourselves. We have to constantly renew ourselves daily. And the first one we're going to be talking about is that of Bible study. We also, on our personal page and on our Team Caraway devotion page, is a Bible study accountability group through YouVersion, that app that's out there. Excuse me. We're going to encourage you to download that app, go to our devotion page, and click on that link and be part of that group. And every day you're going to be seeing things that are posting about the Bible study and Bible reading. It's just a great tool. Some days it's going to really speak to you. Some days it's just putting one foot in front of the other. I'll be honest. There's some days that I read the scriptures and I get through and I didn't get a whole lot that day. But then there's other days that God just floors me. And it says, Darren, that was for you today. So, but I'll never get those days where it's just for me if I'm not constantly seeking and constantly trying. But even those days when it doesn't seem to be just for me that day, God's still putting His Word in my heart and hiding in my heart. So 2019, a year of habits, hopefully good ones. And so we're going to challenge you that way in a year of challenges. So keep those challenges coming, and I hope that while you're making your challenges, make sure you put a spiritual one in there as well. Is there anything else to wrap it up?
I don't. Just enjoy this scenery, and God bless you on your new year, and we'll see you at the track.
God bless. Have a happy 2019.